Dr. Jeff Davis, President of Lordship Investments and Director of New Way Community, coming to you today with 5 minutes to live by. In this program, we look at a variety of topics such as Christianity, real estate, insurance, mortgage, finance, sales, to name a few. Today, we're going to be coming out of my book, How to Become a Real Estate Investor. I wrote this book for people who are looking to either get into real estate investing or that are in real estate investing and trying to hone their skills, take it to the next level. How to become a real estate investor. Today I'm going to be coming to you from this topic. Real estate success comes with a price. Real estate success comes with a price. Success is what everyone strives for. I don't know anybody that's working to be a failure. And yet, all success, there's a price. There's a price you pay on the path to being successful, and there's a price you pay once you become successful. So, you start off by thinking, well, what is a success? And my answer for that question is that success is what is important to you. Maybe success is owning your own home and having 2 rental properties. You accomplish that, you feel successful. Maybe success to you is replacing the income of your job with rental income. Maybe success to you is having enough rental income to actually have a team of people, employees, managing your properties and managing your investment portfolio. Maybe success to you is generating enough passive income from your real estate endeavors to be able to do some of the other things you want to do. Real estate success is possible, but it always, always comes with a price. We're going to talk about just a few of those prices that you pay. We'll start off in the beginning when you're first trying to get started. First price you must pay is you have to sit down and you have to plan. You have to figure out exactly what are you going to be doing and how are you going to do it and what's your strategy and your approach. In business, it's called putting together a business plan. Maybe your first thing is, let me just get a property and get my feet wet and learn what it's like to have an investment property. Let me go and buy my first fix and flip rehab and get my feet wet and learn what that is. Let me go out here and do my first wholesaling deal. Whatever it takes to get to that first place, you have to plan and then you have to execute. And you'll find that as you do this, that you're going to make adjustments. You're going to make changes. There are certain things you're going to try to do that don't work. There are other things that you should have tried to do that you didn't. And so you have to make these adjustments and you have to do things different because your goal is you're trying to find your way to success. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's the price you pay. So you have to devote time. You're never going to be a success if all you've got to devote each week is 10 minutes. It's going to take more than 10 minutes to find success in real estate. You don't have to have 40 hours a week, but you have to set aside some time because there are a few things you have to do. First of all, you got to learn about real estate. You got to learn the game that you're in. You don't play a game without understanding the rules, understanding the players. So you got to learn, what is it exactly that I need to know being in the world of real estate. And then you have to study things. You have to become proficient because when you're talking to people, sellers, buyers, realtors, or others in the business, the thing that works against you as an investor is sounding like you don't know what you're talking about. You don't have to be an expert, but you have to sound like you know what you're talking about. Now, I've renovated a number of properties in my day, and one of the things you find is that I'm not a carpenter. I'm not a plumber. I'm not an electrician. I don't understand how to do the detailed work of construction. And sometimes when I'm dealing with contractors, I will let them know that. But the things I do know, I understand well. For example, I understand the way a property is supposed to look if I'm going to put it on the market to sell it. I understand how to look at cost and to make sure that I'm not being overrun. I know how to go and check out something that you say you fixed or you have done to make sure that it's done right. I remember once I was having a house painted and I hired a painter, And we went over the job, and he told me he could have the entire house done within 3 days. I said that's not a problem. And so, hired him, got started. On the first day I went there, probably late afternoon, 3 or 4 o'clock, and I noticed that nothing had been done. He hadn't started. So then I reached him, and he told me he was at the store getting supplies. And I said, well, man, it's 4 o'clock. When are you going to start painting? And he was like, oh, yeah, I'm getting everything, and I'll be ready to go. I'll be good to go. I'm just making sure I have everything I need because I got there and I didn't have everything I need. Okay, okay. Now, I already knew in my mind, we had set a 3-day window to get the job done. He'd already blown the first day. He wasn't going to make it. So I went the next day, about 11 o'clock. He still hadn't started. He was at breakfast. And I told him, well, I'll be here when you get done. We need to have a talk. And he came there, and I let him know. Didn't we set a time of, this will be done in 3 days? Yes. I'll have it done in 3 days. I said, well, we're a day and a half into it, and you haven't started. This is a whole house that has to be painted. You can't do this house in 1.5 days. You're not going to be able to finish. He said, no, I can. I can get it done. I can get it done. I said, no, you can't. You're halfway into the project, and you haven't started. Do you understand the problem this creates? He said, no, you just don't know about that with the painting, man. I'm telling you, I can get the painting done. I'm saying, no, you cannot get it done in 1.5 days. And I fired him. I found another contractor, same 3-day commitment, and the guy was finished in 2.5 days. But why? Because the first day, he went out there and he started working early in the morning. And, he had some people there with him and stuff. But, because painting the house wasn't just slap some paint on. I mean, you got to go around, you got to do the trim, you got to clean up. There's a lot of work involved in having a house look nice. But I know that when I went back to check after the first day and I saw the progress, I already knew he was going to make the deadline because he had already done the front. He was working on the sides. He was trying to get the whole house done so then he could go into the the intricate parts, the part that took a little more time. He wanted to get the big part done so he had time to work on the little. I appreciated the fact that here was somebody who looked at what it would take to get the job done and positioned himself to do the job. Real estate success comes with a price. You have all of these things that go on in the beginning, but then there's the end. When you have, for example, renovated a property and now you're renting it out, you have to make sure that the tenants stay happy. You go through a lot of work to get the right people in there, but once you get the right people, you got to make them happy. And one of the ways to keep tenants happy is whenever there are repairs to be done, you get on it right away. You don't have a tenant call you about something wrong and you take a week to get somebody out there to look at it. You get somebody out there right away. You show that you are concerned with making sure that they stay happy. And you have to do that on a regular basis. Because the reality is, if you don't show people that you're concerned, they're going to believe that you're not. So, real estate success comes with a price. Even after you've gotten to the place where you want to be, you still have to do things to maintain it. You got to do things to stay there. If you're a landlord, you don't want vacancies. You want people in your properties. You want them happy. You want them referring people to you. You want them cleaning up little things. You don't want them always calling you because a light bulb is out. Sometimes you want them to just go buy a light bulb and screw it in. If you are wholesaling properties, real estate success comes with a price. Because once you get properties under contract, you want to try to close them sooner than you had originally anticipated. You want to have a seamless, problem-free transaction so that sellers can just go straight through the closing and not have drama. You don't want to have to keep coming back and making concessions, changing things. Real estate success comes with a price. The price is make sure that everything that needs to happen happens when it's supposed to, so that you can stay on track. You can keep everybody that's involved in the deal engaged, that you can do this the way that it's supposed to be done, so that you can enjoy the benefits that success brings. How to become a real estate investor. You can get this book at www.nwcom.org. Again, that's www.nwcom.org. Or you can pick up a copy at Amazon. Look for books under Jeff Davis, Dr. Jeff Davis. Pick up a copy. I want to thank you for taking this time again to share with us. And until the next time we meet, this is Dr. Jeff Davis saying, I wish you have yourself a day filled with both success and happiness.